How's it going, guys? I'm here again with favorite anime villain. It's like it's been favorite anime villain week or something, you know. I'm just kidding. It's only Thursday, so there's one more day, right? That one's gonna be probably a sim video, cause there's I've been wanting to try this deck profile out, so I'm gonna try it out. It's not the exact one that I wanted, but we'll see. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. Today, me and Villain decided that we're going to try some low-tier duel. He's playing his least favorite character now, his second least favorite character being the green-purple Doffy. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he wanted to try this deck out. He's been not playing it because we've been having somebody at our locals play the deck, and he just didn't want to have the mirror match go on. But, you know, that person recently went away. So that's so sad. You guys seen him on the channel before. He's playing the birdcage version. But I'm playing Luffy, like always. If I can play Luffy, I will. It's just kind of my thing right now. But I'm still playing the purple Luffy from earlier this week. But here, I do my die roll. I get a 5. He just finished shuffling my deck. And let's see what happens. No, wait. Yeah, he didn't roll yet. There you go. He got a 4. So I actually re-roll. I won both. Okay, thank goodness, because we both forgot that I even rolled the dice. But I did win, so I'm going to choose to go first. I don't really have much experience with this specific matchup of Luffy and into Doffy. But I do see I have turn 4 ramp, or a 4 Dawn ramp, and then I have Poly for 7. So I'm like, you know what, I think this is a pretty good hand. I heard that Luffy has a pretty favorable matchup into this deck, but I have never really tested it because once OP-05 dropped, everybody just stopped playing this Doffy deck. This is a film version of Doffy, so it's technically the better build. We did do 2 games. We did a game 1 and a game 2, so I will show that in the same video because both matches are pretty short. But yeah. Now that we got our hands and we rolled and everything, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I get 1 down and I just pass. You know, not much to do. He gets his 2. Let's see if he has a turn 1 play. And he does. He has turn 1 sugar. Nothing to rest, but he just wants to kind of slow me down here. So I go to 3. I can ramp to 4, and I go ahead and I do that. I go 4. Get the Magellan, get the Dawn, and I know that I should play the Ein and then attack with leader into the sugar. But I'm looking at my hand, I'm like, you know what? I actually don't think I care if this Ein dies, I just want the ramp. So debating on what I should do here, I actually do have a tech card that I've been testing out in this deck. In my hand, it's the, I forget what the card is called, but it's killer. But yeah, so I go ahead and I go 5 into life just to see if he'll take it, and he does. He does take the 5, and I'm debating if I should play page 1 or Ein, and I end up choosing to go page 1 because it's harder for him to attack a page 1 than it is for him to attack the Ein. I just feel like I can keep the page 1 alive easier. So he goes Bueno Festa, and he searches the top 5. And let's see what he ends up finding here. Oh, he actually whiffed. That is very unfortunate. He goes 1 more. And at this point, I'm like, alright, cool. So now I can 2k counter my page 1, so my page 1 actually doesn't die here. But he goes for a second search. That's 2 2k counters out of hand, by the way. And he picks up a 2k counter chopper, so it just replaced itself, really. I love that artwork on that chopper, by the way. It's so nice. Then he's going to go 7, and I'm going to assume he's going into the page 1. And I do just give him a 2k counter, because like I said, it's easier to defend the page 1 than it is the Ein. If he was going to go 7 into the Ein, I probably would have let it die. But now I can go to 7 here with leader effect. So let's see. So yeah, I'm at 6. And this is kind of why I didn't really need a ramp with Ein either, because I'm going to be able to play the Poly no matter what. So I get up to 7. I swing 6 into life just to see if he'll take it. And he does give me the chopper he just searched, unless he has two of the same artwork. Don't know. So I go poly, and I use poly effect, and I pop the sugar. And then I put the one extra Don that I ramped off poly onto Luffy to go 6, and I get another 2k counter out of him. So this again is why I played the page 1 first, because it allowed me to get 2 swings in, forcing multiple 2k counters in. Against Doffy, it's better to swing with 6 early, I believe, to get all the 2ks out of his hand, so then at the end of the game, all you have to do is worry about the events. And if he can only play events, it's going to let him do, or it's going to force him to do less with his Don. So he goes 6 in, I 2k, and then he plays Grand Tesoro, so that way he can start drawing cards. And I am at 10 Don. I have to decide what I want to do here. I don't want him to get too much advantage off this Guild Tesoro, but I only have one way to pop it, and that happens to be the 10 drop or 9 drop Kaido. So I'm just going to start poking in. So I go 6 in, and he goes 2, and he goes Spiderweb, and I was like, oh man, I forgot about the cost. I should have swung page 1 first and then poly. I'm just out of habit going from right to left with my swings. And then I think he rechecked. Oh yeah, he used Spiderweb on accident. He didn't have the Punk Gibson. So then I go 6 in again. We both thought it was Punk Gibson at first, so not really that punished. I do go 9 drop now. I'm just checking my stuff. So I go 9. And I go ahead and minus the 5 here. Yep. So I minus 5. I pop the Guild Tesoro just to make sure he doesn't get any draws here. And then I didn't use Luffy effect, but I will use Luffy effect. And then I go 7 into life. Now that he has no events, I know this swing is going to take a lot more. Or what am I doing? Oh yeah, we were just talking about how my Don was. Because I went up to 10 because I polyed the last turn, and then I ramped. Alright, so he actually just scoops it. He's like, I can't actually defend through all this. So I'm going to go on to game 2. Alright, and now we're back, and we're going into game 2. So game 2, I'm going ahead and doing our cuts and everything. He does decide to go second, I believe. Which again, I am okay. Oh wait, no, we're rolling. Forgot. 2 game 1s. I decided to go first. He has no arguments with this because, you know, he wants to go second anyway. He did whiff 2 Bueno Festa, or he whiffed one searcher, so it's like, kind of makes sense. He scooped it up. We went to the next game. We're just playing for fun, so there's no point in playing games out if we don't need to. So he does not mulligan. He keeps his hand. I already forgot what was in my hand, but that's fine. We're here now. I'm really shuffling up because I think last game I drew like all 3 of my Kaidos were together, or yeah, all 3 Kaidos were together, and I was like, I don't want that to happen again. So he cuts it, and I have to take this hand, so let's hope that it's something good. Alright, let's see. Did I... Oh yeah, I had to count. Alright. It looks like I got everything I could ever want except for counter. So I pass with 1 Don, like always. And we're talking about something here, I don't even know. I just see his hand moving. So he draws return. And he gets 2 Don. That was a cool little flip. Let's see, does he have any turn 1 play here? He does not. So no sugar that I have to deal with right now. So now I feel comfortable. If I could ramp here, I probably would. It just lets me to not have to take another life early. And it looks like I got another kid, and I'm like, man, do I really have nothing to play here? Yep, I got nothing, so I just go 9 in. Might as well do the damage. Yep, everything in my hand except for the Khalifa. But if he plays sugar and attacks into it, I'm just letting it die anyway, because I don't have counter. And I would rather have counter in hand. Yep, I go ahead and I use her as counter. So either way, she's in the trash. But he goes Brook. Brook goes into Nami. And yeah, now I'm here. So I'm going up to 6 now. And I feel pretty good about going to 6 here, because I can just go poly, so I can go effect. He already knows. I'm like, yep, I'm going to go ahead and poly. So he trashes it, and I play the poly, get the active Don, put that onto my leader, and swing. It's pretty basic Purple Luffy stuff. Like, if Purple Luffy isn't doing the poly on 7 Don, then it's like it's kind of like a struggle game. But this putting me at turn, my 10 Dawn turn, next turn, is so fast. It puts him 2 turns behind. So here we go. Now he's at 6. You see what I mean? I'm at 10 now, and he's at 6. He's a whole 2 turns behind. All he has is a Brook and a Doffy. But the problem with me right now is I actually have like no counter in hand. I have like just enough counter to get out of a 6k, and I don't have enough to get out of the other 6k. But I did draw a 2k counter, and I'm like, alright, cool. Now I feel a little more defensive. He goes 4 to play the, what's her name? Uta. And now I'm at 10. So I think at this point I can pretty much clear the board as I please. I just start swinging in. I'm just checking the what cost she actually rests. So I go 6 into the Brook. I get a 2k. And that's kind of what I want, because I think I can drop a 9-drop here and kill everything on the board anyway. So now I go 5 into the Brook to see if I can get more cards out of hand. And I do get it. He unrests the Brook, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not what I really wanted. So now I have to decide how I want to do this. I'm like completely frozen right now. Like, okay, I can't play everything, but I am at 10 Dawn, so a double minus does not hurt. But I do decide to not take the minus. I go Kid for 5, Magellan for 5, and then Magellan effect, we both -1, and then Kid will bring mine back. And I could have gotten 6 in, but again, it didn't matter. He had Spiderweb, so it is what it is. I just really wanted to get the Kid established here and possibly throw him off curve. The less Dawn Doffy has to work with, the better for me. I'm just going to be honest. Because now instead of being at 8, he's at 7. Which means he either drops the Luffy and I counter out of his swing, or he doesn't drop the Luffy and he establishes a board. And let's see what the decision is here. Alright, so he goes 5 in, and I go ahead and I 1k counter this. I'm assuming that he's going to drop the Luffy no matter what, but he actually goes Poly. Poly can't actually pop anything here, but he did want to get the ramp. So now he can go 6 into my life. So he just offset the Magellan, which is, you know, honestly, in this situation is not that bad. It's like he never got hit with Magellan, but he did have to take the sacrifice of playing the Poly. He goes 6 in, and I give him a 2k. And now my hand is feeling pretty nice. Like, I have 2 life. I can drop a Kaido here, no problem. And I go ahead and I do so. I do the 9, minus the 5, and I go ahead and pop the Uta. I get 1 back from a Kid, and now, like, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I can clear this Brook, no problem. I have a bunch of swings. I go ahead and go 6 into the Brook. I'm hoping he'll give me counter, but he doesn't. He just lets it go. And I'm like, alright, well. Oh, he forgot to undo his Dawn, but it's okay. So now we go 6 into his life. He does not get anything there. I go 7 into his life. He doesn't get anything there either. And then I'm like, well, I still have Kaido. But I'm not going to swing Kaido, because if he does drop a 10-drop Doffy this turn, because again, he did drop the Poly to get himself up to 10 quicker, I need the Kaido to win the game. I need exactly 2 swings. I go ahead and I block this. So now if he does... Oh, is he not at 10? I thought he was at 10. Oh no, yeah, he is at 10. He just forgot to grab his Dawn. So he goes 10 Dawn, and he's going to choose to freeze... Let's see what he decides. It's a bad situation because I have 2 swings, and he's like, no, there's no way I can actually get out of this. There's no way for him to get out, even if he doesn't drop the Doffy. But yeah, good games, Villain. Next time we'll have to play some more decks. I just can't play Purple Luffy the whole time. But yeah, if you guys liked, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.